Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Alright, it's good to see you. Today is going to be a very special day, right? We have planned, Mr. Miller and I have planned a very special activity for you. We are going to travel to America. Yeah. Alright, have you ever imagined of maybe one day you can travel to other countries? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, alright. So today, you are going to learn about some interesting places in America, right? Then you can ask questions to Mr. Miller about that. And you will also learn how to plan your travel, alright? So you have to, there are some important questions you have to think about when you want to go for traveling. Alright, so from here, I would like to invite Mr. Miller. He will share with you his traveling experience. Right? Are you ready? Alright, so over to you.
Okay. Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Alright. I'm very happy to be here today. So, as Syaharil noted, we are going to learn about traveling. Okay? And today we're going to travel from America because that's where I'm from. Alright? So I recently graduated university. I am 23 years old. Okay, my name is Miller Radford, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's like to live in America. Okay? Sounds good? So, America is a very, very large country. Okay? So many times Americans haven't even been able to explore all of America. Okay? So, I've been able to travel up north, down south where I live, also in the middle of America, we call that the Midwest, and then also the West Coast and the Southwest, alright? These are all the different parts of America, and they all have different terrain. Do you know what the word terrain means? No? Terrain means different landscapes, okay? Different environments, right? When you go outside, you see a tropical terrain, right? You see sometimes a very rough terrain. Sometimes you need to use a Jeep or a four-wheeler, right? In America, we have similar terrain, but we also have different terrain. Sometimes we have beaches. Sometimes we have a lot of snow on the ground, right? Like tundra in Alaska. Sometimes we have forests. Sometimes we have flat plains. Sometimes we have deserts, right? And other times we just have very, very developed cities that are just completely cement, right? It's almost like a concrete jungle, you can think about it. Like New York City, just big buildings everywhere, okay? I've been able to travel all over the US, and I've been able to travel in other parts of Europe. Some parts of Central America, right? That's below America. That's not in the United States. I've been able to travel in Asia, right? East Asia, Southeast Asia, but I haven't been able to go to the Middle East. But what's important about when you travel, you have to pack. You know what it means to pack? To pack means you get a backpack like this, right? And you take your backpack out and you put clothes in it. Sometimes you put food in it. You put your toiletries. Toiletries means these are things that you use to clean yourself, right? Like in the bathroom. Toothpaste, toothbrush, right? A brush, a comb, maybe some soap, maybe some deodorant so you don't smell bad, right? Okay. These are all things that you have to pack. Then you have to make what is called an itinerary, right? These are your travel plans. Where will you go? What will you do? What will you eat? Who will you go with? How will you get there? What will you use for transportation? Okay? So today we're going to learn how to make travel plans, okay? And we're going to use some worksheets, okay? Now one worksheet is going to explain something that I've been saying all along. I've been using the future tense, okay? The future tense is when I say things like, I will go there. I will travel to America. I will bring my backpack. I will eat a hamburger, right? I'm saying I will do something, okay? That means that I'm going to do something. I have made a plan to do something in the future. Not now, but I will do it maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next year. You understand? Okay. So we're going to start with that. We're going to learn about the future tense, and then we're going to watch a video, and then we're going to work on questions, how to ask questions in the future tense, and how to make travel plans in the future tense. Okay? You guys ready to get started? Alright.
Alright, so look, on this board, I have written 2 sentences. Okay? So number 1, can you read number 1 for me, please?
I will play football tomorrow.
Okay, number 2.
I played football yesterday.
Right. Now, do you see any difference? What is the difference between number 1 and number 2? What is the difference? What is the clear, obvious difference that you can see in these 2 sentences? The word tomorrow, right? Sentence number 1. How about sentence number 2? Yesterday. So what is the difference? One is tomorrow, the other one is yesterday. So what is that? What do you call that? What is that? Time, right? Time. Okay, so between number 1 and number 2, which one do you think happens in the future? Which one will happen in the future? It doesn't happen yet. Number 1 or number 2? Number 1. Number 1? Okay. If number 1, how do you know? Because of the time. Because of the time marker. So this word, it tells you something that will happen in the future, right? Okay. So from here, Mr. Miller will talk about something that is called simple future tense. Okay?
Okay, so in simple future tense, we use the word will, okay? I will play football tomorrow. Now, we've all heard the word play, right? Yes. We know what that means. Play is the base form of the verb. It is the base form of the verb, also known as the infinitive, right? If you look up play in the dictionary, this is the word that you will see, play, as it is written. When we say something in the future, we must always include the word will, okay? I will play, I will eat, I will drink, right? I will go to school. These are things that you intend to do. Things that you will do in the future. Okay? Things that you are going to do. Time is the difference here. Something happened yesterday, that is past tense. Something will happen tomorrow, will happen tomorrow, that is future tense. Okay? We're going to focus only on future tense, because that is what's going to be in the video. When you make travel plans, you're making travel plans for the future. They have not happened yet, okay? But they are going to happen. Alright. Whenever you make a statement in the future, there is a certain structure to the sentence, okay? You always have the subject first. Okay? I, you, he, she, we, they. Okay? You always have the subject first. Comes first. Second, you always have what word?
Will.
Will. Good job. Good job. You always have will. After will, you always have the good job. Good job. Verb. Always have the verb. Okay? Verbs are words that explain that what you're doing, right? Verbs are words that you do. I play. I dance. I sing. Right? These are things that you do. Then you continue the sentence. Okay? With the direct object, indirect object, anything. Okay? You continue the sentence. Alright? If you look at your chart on the paper, you will see the sentence structure with all of the different subjects. And guess what? It's always the same order, right? Subject, then will, then the verb, then you continue your sentence. Does everyone understand? Okay. Does someone want to volunteer and read me the second sentence you see on the chart? Any volunteers? Volunteer. Okay. What does the second sentence say? You will eat a hamburger. Good job. Is that clear?
Yes.
It's clear? Okay, good. Now, we're going to move on to something slightly different. We're going to move on to how to ask questions. Okay? Now, questions are rearranged a little bit differently. Okay? Let's go to that. Now we're going to talk about future tense questions. Okay? Does this sentence look a little bit different than the last sentence I wrote on the board? It does, right? Does the subject come first? No, it doesn't, right? That's strange. The subject, like I or you in these examples, come after the word will. Right? They come after the word will, but before the verb. Okay? You squeeze it in like a sandwich between will and the verb. When you're forming a question, the first thing you must ask, right, is what, when, who, where, why, how, okay? That's how you start a question, okay? It's called the interrogative. That's how you start a question, all right? So I will say, what will I do? Will always comes second. Will does not change, okay? It's always second. First comes the type of question that you want to ask, right? You have to know the type of question. If it's about a person, you say who. If it's about an item, you say what. If it's about a place or location, you say where. Good job. Good job. Okay, so this comes first. This comes second, like in the last example. Okay. Then the subject comes third. Okay. And lastly comes the verb. Okay. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I want you guys to watch a video about America. I'm going to show 2 short videos, okay, about America. One video is going to discuss the places in America that maybe you should visit if you get a chance, okay? And the other video is going to show what it's like to travel across the country, okay? You will see different landscapes, different environments, right? Different types of people, and all sorts of fun activities you guys can engage in when you guys travel. All sorts of fun activities you guys can do. Okay? You guys ready? Okay, let's watch the video.
Do you like the video?
Yes.
There's so many things that you can do in America, right? And there's also beautiful places in America. Okay, so right now, on your handout, right? So the first part of the handout, you have to write the questions based on what you watched on the video. Okay, so you can ask the question. As an example. Yeah. What is your favorite city in America? You are going to ask this question to Mr. Miller, and he will answer all the questions. Okay? So write the questions right now, and then we will do the questions and answer session after this. Alright? Thank you.
Where do you live in America?
What are the popular foods and drinks in America?
What is famous in Las Vegas? What is beautiful in New York?
What interesting activities in New York?
What is your favorite food in America?
Alright, so some of you guys asked me some very, very good questions, okay? So yes, I have done a road trip in America. It was very fun, and I was even able to do it with my friends. We all got inside of a car, and we drove all the way from Georgia, Atlanta, which is where I live. That answers someone else's question, right? Where are you from? Where do you live? From Atlanta, Georgia, all the way up to New York City in New York. Now, many people had questions about New York. Someone said, what are some fun activities in New York, right? Well, as you saw in the video, some really cool activities is to go one cool activity is to go sightseeing. Okay? That means you go around New York, you go see all of the different cool buildings, the different parks, the river, right? You get to see, sometimes you can see shows, you get to go to Broadway. You get to see a lot of great things. That's called sightseeing, okay? Someone else said, what are some popular foods and drinks in America? Okay? Coca-Cola is very, very popular. You guys know Coca-Cola?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you do. So Coca-Cola was actually invented, and the headquarters is still in the city that I live in, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay? In the video, the guys didn't go to Atlanta. Very, very sad to see that. But they did go to all of the other cool cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles. That's where Hollywood is, right? They got to go to the Grand Canyon, which has a big, big, big red crater, right? Like a big hole in the earth. That's called a canyon. Okay. Someone else said, so that was a popular drink. A popular food would be a hamburger, right? Or pizza. You guys like pizza? We also have KFC. That's also popular. Fried chicken. Yeah, you like fried chicken. Yeah, very, very good. So KFC stands for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky is a state in America. They drove through that state in the video, right? You saw all the green fields, right? It's grass, 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 open roads. That's what Kentucky looks like. Okay? What were some other questions you guys had? Did I forget to answer anyone's question? The tallest building in New York City is the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is the tallest building in America. Any other questions? Okay, let's move on. Now, with a partner, someone that sits next to you, I want you to come up with 2 questions. Okay? Come up with 2 questions using the future tense sentence structure. Okay? Come up with 2 questions about your travel plans when you go to America. So you can ask your partner, what will you do in America? Where will you go first? What will you eat in America? Who will you go with in America? Right? Very, very simple. I want you guys to ask these questions to your partner. I want you guys to first write the questions down on the sheet that you have. Then I want you to ask the questions to your partner. Okay? Let's begin.
Where will we go first?
First, I will go to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yes.
What will you eat?
I will eat ice cream or
Why will I travel? Because I want to see America.
Where will you go? New York.
Who are you going to America?
With my family.
Alright, so we have a few minutes left in class. I want us to finish this packet and move down to the last section, okay? The 3rd section of the 2nd page, okay? It reads travel plans. We are going to fill out the itinerary. That means things that we will do, places we will go, and who we will go with, okay? So there are questions on there like, what will you eat in America? Where will you go in America? What will you see? You might want to say, I'm going to eat fish tacos in Los Angeles. I'm going to see a basketball game in New York. I'm going to travel with my family or my best friend. Okay? There are also questions on the packet that read, what will you bring from Malaysia to America? What are some things that you cannot live without, right? Maybe there's something that you really, 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 really like to have every single day here. You want to bring it to America when you travel, okay? Maybe you can bring something from Malaysia to give to an American, like a souvenir. A small, inexpensive item that you can exchange with an American, right? Something that only you can find in Malaysia, something that's made in Malaysia, right? Okay, so let's fill out these questions and then we'll share, okay? Thank you.
write sentences. This part. Answer this.
Answer. What
Alright class, I think time is up now. It's 12:50 and we're going to wrap this up. So can someone tell me, or can everyone tell me what we learned today? Yes, future tense and how to ask questions, okay? Future tense, I will go to Texas. I will travel to Japan. Maybe somewhere else, okay? And how to ask questions. What is your favorite food in America? What is your favorite basketball team in America? Right? You understand? Okay. Everyone did a very good job. I'm very proud of everyone today. Everyone put forth a great effort. Okay, that means you tried very hard, and I'm glad you guys were able to cooperate today, okay? Thank you, class.
Thank you.